Welcome to using the NLIS Buddy app for processors, part of the Sheep and Goats eID implementation project. I'd like to introduce Billy Roots. Billy has over 30 years in the meat industry, having worked in a range of roles from abattoir labourer through to abattoir manager, and has spent the last 2 decades specialising in the National Livestock Identification System during his tenure with the Tasmanian DPI and Agriculture Victoria, and now also as an app developer. Thanks, Billy.
Great. So yes, this is the NLIS app, or Buddy app. To find the Buddy app, you can go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, or you can simply scan the barcode. I am putting a few fridge magnets around with that. If you just Google search NLIS Buddy, it'll come up to links to be able to find it and download it.
Billy, before we get started, could you just explain about what equipment is compatible with the NLIS Buddy app?
Sure. It depends really on what type of phone you're using. If you're using an Android, most of the readers are compatible. If you're using an iPhone, then the amount of devices or readers that you can use is not as extensive. So to find out, you can simply just download the app, skip the NLIS, go straight to the reader page, and on the bottom of the reader page is a help button. Clicking on that help button, and then you can scroll down. So this is currently on an Android phone. So it shows the NLIS, the Allflex, AWR 250 are all compatible. There's also, if you keep scrolling down, there's more. There's the leader, the shear wheel, the true test, and the LPR. The 420, the NXM, and there's a couple of others that might show up, but not guaranteed 100% compatibility. So these are all for the Android device. If you're on an iPhone, just look at my word page over here. This is the help page off an iPhone. So if I scroll down, you'll go to see the readers. And here we have the AWR, but there's some special settings that need to be put in for the AWR to work with the iPhone. The iPhone uses slightly different protocols to the Android, but the AWR 250 is a really good reader. It works very well with the iPhone. Have the leader GPS ID scan. They work quite well as well, especially this little white one. The shear wheel works on both phones, and there's no setup required. Very, very simple and very easy to use. That would be, one of the readers that I highly recommend. There's the true test, and that's all that's compatible with the iPhone. So just be sure to check what device you're actually using, if it's iPhone or Android, and then just quickly download the app, come into the settings page, look at the help file, and then just check to make sure the reader that you're going to use with your device is compatible. So when you first install NLIS Buddy, you're going to need to have your NLIS ID, your password, and your PIC, and your establishment number. Now, there's no box for establishment number, but as soon as you start typing in your account number, as soon as it says PROC, then it'll show the establishment number. On your first sign in, if an error comes up, it's going to try and check those credentials with the NLIS database. So if there's any error there, chances are you've probably put your password in wrong. So just delete your password, back out, and then re-enter it again. When you're entering in your PIC, it'll have a red box around it. This means that the PIC is not complete or it's inaccurate. So just check that you haven't got an O where you should have a 0, and once you have the PIC in there correctly, that box will go away and allow you to sign in. There's some other controls down the bottom. So the I is for information on NLIS Buddy in general. And there's also the help thing, the help question mark, which is on every single page. So if you're ever stuck or you want more information on what's happening on the page or what you need to do, you can just click into this. So this will tell you all about the different access, the ways you can run multiple accounts in NLIS Buddy, and what that red box means, and for deleting files and everything sort of in here. And it's really based on this sign in page. So as soon as you sign in, it saves all this information in there. So you only have to put it in there once. So we'll sign in. And then we get presented with a menu of different options and things that we can do in NLIS Buddy. So we're mainly going to be dealing with just the abattoir. And one of the things to do is to be able to connect your reader to the app and then download it. So we're going to go into the reader page and explore that. So again, we have this question mark down the bottom there that has all the instructions and everything you need to know about the reader page. So these are the different types of readers that are supported, and tonight we're going to be using the AllFlex AWR 250. So to get that reader to connect to the app, first you've got to go through the Bluetooth pairing, and then once it's been Bluetooth paired, which is similar to pairing a Bluetooth speaker, you make sure your reader's on, and then you hit connect. Once you hit connect, you should see the reader in here. So here it is here, AWR 250. So once I connect to that, the app will then try and connect to the reader and then get the sessions and everything. So it's made a noise indicating it's connected and everything. And now it's downloaded all my sessions. So each of these sessions is a bit like each time you kill like 5 sheep or 5 cattle, you scan all those and then you start a new session or a new mob on the reader. So you can keep all those separate for when you go to do your uploads later on. Now at this stage, all it's doing is telling me or showing me what sessions and what tags are in the reader, but then I need to hit download to actually download those. So then it'll go through each of the sessions, download them, and then display all the tags. So it's going to put all the tags in this list for me. So in total, I've got 30 tags on my reader. If I only wanted these 5 tags, I can just simply click the sessions, and then it'll remove the 18 and remove the 7, and then over the 5. If I only want the 4 tags, I can just click off the tag that I don't want. And this will show me in the total of how many tags. If there's any issue and you need to email out the reader all the tags that have been downloaded, you can hit this email button, and then that'll zip everything up so you can easily email it off if you need to. So I'll disconnect from the reader, and we'll look at 3 other pages. So search for picks. So each producer has got their own pick. Each time you search and use a pick in NLIS Buddy, it'll store those picks and it'll keep them all sort of current and active for them. If your list gets really big, then in the Buddy search, you can just look for a pick just by typing part of the name. But this will only show up if the pick has been searched before in NLIS. So if I was looking for somebody of Jones, I type it in, I've got 2, but then I can search picks, which then search the NLIS database and pulls back all the Jones that are in there. So then I can search through for the Jones that I want. But in a processor account, you've also got pick type. So I'll get rid of Jones and I'll go to type. And then if I'm just looking for a sale yard, I can just switch it on the sale yard and it'll give me a list of all the sale yard picks that there are. So quite easy to use. So now we'll look at tags on pick. So if I hit the update, that goes to the NLIS and then gets all the tags that are currently registered to my processor pick. And now it's showing me that I've got 23 tags that are registered to my pick. And these are all the tags. And if I scroll through the list, right at the bottom, I've got 2 tags that are yellow. These are not saying there's something wrong with them, but they're saying that it's got statuses. So if I hit the I in the tag, it'll bring up and it'll tell me about all the information it's got about these cattle. And what it's telling me is that they're not for the EU market. So if you're not killing for the EU market, these are completely fine. So these are the tags that are on your current holdings. The next one is transfer summary. What that does is it takes all those tags and then it summarizes them all up into the groups that have been transferred. So I've only got one group. So even though there's 23 tags, it's telling me that they've been on my holdings for 9 days. This is the date that they come through. This is the pick that they come from. If I click on that, then it'll give me a little bit more information about it. It's telling me the pick is not on the registered on the database. This is because I'm on a test database, not the real production database. Now we'll go to the kill and chill page. This is the one where once you've processed, you've scanned your tags, and you've got your NVD, you're ready to put in all your information. So we'll go through how we can put in that information as we go. So we'll start with tags. So with a tag, you can simply just type the tag number in. So if it's going to type the RFID in, we can type it in like that. And the same thing, if the number's not valid, we'll have that red box around it, meaning we can't use it. Once we have a valid number in it, we can just hit the plus, and then that'll add it to the list down here. Not only that, we can also type in the outside tag. So I've got one here on the screen, so 3G. And then I can add that to the list, which is going to be quite slow. If you're only doing 1 or 2 cattle, yeah, fine, but yeah, quite slow. If you find that you need to remove a tag from the list, you can just simply click on it and then say delete tag, and then that'll get rid of it. And I'll do the same with that one. Now, when there's nothing in the box and the plus is hit, this will open up a menu and it'll say, show me NLIS tag page, show the reader page, or start a live session. We're going to jump to the reader page. So on the reader page, because we've downloaded those sessions, if we wanted to take these 18 tags and then decease them, we can just select them, exit back out of the reader page, and then it'll ask us if we want to add those 18 to the page. And then we can add them just as easily as that. So when there's tags in the list, by hitting the plus, we can also do a boost inquiry. We can check the ERP status of it. We can clear the list. So it gives us more options within that plus menu to do with the list. So with the pick, when you're typing a pick in, it's going to be the same. It's going to have that red bar around it until the pick is valid and it can be accepted. So as soon as I type the last character in, NLIS Buddy is going to go and interrogate that pick with the database and come back with who that pick belongs to. Also, it's going to do an ERP check on the pick to see if there's any issues with the pick. So if there's anything we might need to be worried about. The NVD number is similar. You can type in anything you want, but you should have what's written on the NVD. And the same, if you've got too many letters or numbers in here, we're going to have a red box around that. Over here, we've got our lot button. So each group of animals that you process are in lots. So if you do like 10 sheep and then you do another 10 sheep from the sale yard, that'll be 2 lots. So, and this helps you just go from lot to lot. So if you completely finish the lot and you've uploaded it, then you hit new lot and then you'll have 2 lots to go. We'll see a bit how that works a bit later on. Your lots that you process will come from mostly 2 different places. So direct will come straight from the farmer, straight into the abattoir, or they'll come from a sale yard. Holdings is more for when the animals are actually been all transferred onto your pick, so you've taken possession of them before you slaughter, which generally we wouldn't do that in these sort of instances. We'd just say they're direct or from the sale yard. Species, so it covers all the species except alpacas. So alpacas will be one of those things I might put in later on. So just, yeah, it's easier as just selecting what species you're processing in that lot and then just changing it. Under here, we've got mob only when no eIDs. This is for just doing a mob-based kill. So which is generally, nothing we need to worry about at all. So we just leave that ticked, because if we have this information for the mob base of the kill and we have some tags, then it'll upload both. So we don't need to sort of worry about it. Once we have all the information in, we just simply hit upload kill, and then that sends all the information straight up to the NLIS database. And down the bottom of the page, we'll see this information down here of our upload IDs if everything was okay. So we'll move on to a bit of a test kill agenda. So for lot 1, we're going to kill 19 lambs from this South Australian pick. These are going to be direct from producer, and I've even got the NVD for that as well. So we just start by putting in 19 head. the NVD number. Also with the NVD number, we can actually take a picture of the NVD. So that'll do. Then we OK that. And then we just exit back. So when we do that, that'll show us we've got a file name for that image attached to the NVD. Now we'll type the PIC number in. And again, it's going to come up with who it belongs to and also the status. Now this status is saying straight away it's an EW1, which means it's an early warning. So there's a potential that something might be wrong with this PIC, and be careful. And the only way that you'll know is by scanning the tags and then checking the tags. Down in this cog, if you ever see that, you hit the cog and then it's got show ERP report. And the ERP report will show you, you know, what's actually wrong with that. So all it's saying is, yeah, probably just check with that producer, just make sure that everything's all okay. So with our tags, because I've got these from the reader, I need to get some tags that are from the test database. So now I'll put all these tags in. I just want to check them before I do the upload. So I'm going to hit the plus and I'm going to do a beast inquiry. So the beast inquiry is just going to give me a little bit more information about those tags. It's going to show me that, you know, these are sheep tags, they're all orange. And then I can also do check tags for ERP. So one of them's turned yellow straight away. So this is indicating, hey, there's something wrong with this. So if I was to click on this, this will give me more information about it. So the cattle are under restriction. So the error is a little bit wrong, but it's meaning that you know, this carcass is full of lead, and you just make sure you get rid of the bits that you need to. So we've got all that together and everything's complete. So then we'll just simply upload the kill. So that'll go through all those checks, make sure everything's all okay, and then it'll come back and ask us, you know, are we sure we want to do it? We can also at this point look at the ERP report. We're just going to upload it. So this is all uploaded. Now it's given us back 2 upload IDs. We can look at the report and see how that's gone. And it said everything's successful, and we can just OK that. So now it's been uploaded, we get these upload IDs down here and it tells us how we've actually gone, you know, it's been successful and this went at 100%. If we was to click on anything up here, it'll bring us back that uploading screen and say that everything's already uploaded. So we can't actually do anything with that lot now, it's all been locked out. And now we're going to kill our next lot, which is going to be 2 cattle from the Mount Gambier sale yard. So to get to the next lot, we just hit new lot. That'll put us onto lot 2. We'll put in 2 head. We're going to say that they're from the sale yard. We're going to find the Mount Gambier sale yard pick. I can't remember what that is, but you can hit the magnifying glass, which takes you back to your search pick. It's already got me into the sale yard bit, and just type in a little bit, and it'll find the pick for me, and I click on that, and then it'll put the pick back in. Now I've got to get some tags for this, which I generally go to me reader and download me reader and get me tags from there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these 2 tags here. So I'm still in lot 2, still on my sale yard, and I'm going to add the selected tags from NLIS tags. So now I've got those 2 tags there. This time I'm not going to do my ERP or my beast inquiry. I'm just going to upload that. But I've got cattle and I've got sheep. We'll just hit upload and see what happens. So it goes through and does a lot of checks. And now it's going to say, hey, look, the species of the mob is sheep. You have cattle tags. Would you like to change the mob to cattle? If we say yes, that'll change it around for us and then ask us, are we sure to upload? And we say yes. That's all that done. So we've uploaded 2 mobs. If we go into files, files will show us our mobs that we've uploaded for the day that we're on. If we go back into our menu, we'll see there's another one down here for kill files. This will show us all the kill files that we've ever uploaded. So if we want to go back, a couple of weeks or a couple of days, we can just select one of those files and then just click on it, and then it'll bring us back to that mob. So you might have put all your mobs in and the internet's out and you haven't been able to upload them. That's fine. You just wait until you got internet, and then you can just go back into each of those lots and then re-upload them again. NLIS transactions. So once you've done your uploads and you can see your upload IDs, it's pretty confident that everything's sort of gone through all right. But you can come into your NLIS transactions and you can see exactly what NLIS Buddy's put up to the database and what the status of those are. So we can see we've done a mob-based sale yard kill, we checked ERP status, device status, and if we keep scrolling down, we'll see, here's our carcass feedback of our sheep that we've done. So it's a way of just verifying that the database has got your information and has been accepted. Now, I'm going to show this one, Scan ERP, which is kind of a fun one. So I'm going to clear this tag list. And I'm going to get my reader again. I'm just going to switch that reader on, and I'm going to hit my plus, and I'm going to connect to a live session of the reader. So this is going to go to the reader page, connect the reader in the background, and then now the reader's connected in a live session. So when I scan a tag, the tag is going to automatically get put into that list, and then the tag is going to be interrogated with the database, and it's going to tell you all about what the information of that tag is. And I'll just do a cattle tag there as well. So if you've got an animal and you're not sure of its status or anything like that, and you still got him running around, that's where you would pop that on, put on the live session, and then you could scan your animals to see if one of them's got lead or not. Okay, and that's all I have for you tonight. Is there any questions? On every page, there's instructions. There's this little help icon. Just click on that.
Is there a way you can practice using the app without uploading to the database?
By searching for pics, that's not going to impact anything. Seeing how many tags are on your pics. So basically anything down this side is just doing reporting and playing with it. You want to sort of have a bit of a practice on putting a mob in. Put all the mob information in, but just don't hit the upload. And if you do hit the upload, just don't go right to the last questions for, are you sure you want to do this? Just say no to that bit. But even if you just hit upload with nothing in it, it's going to say there's no data, put something in there. And each time you start putting in a little bit of data, it will basically start going to the next thing. You haven't got your NVD number. So it's always going to put up messages if something's not quite right. I was going to try and show you that something's not quite right.
How do you use the app if an NVD form is missing?
So we've got 10 cattle and it's no NVD, and we'll just hit the upload and it's going to say there's no NVD number. Would you like the default number? If you say yes, then it'll put 1 to 7 in there for us. And then we can still upload that. So it doesn't sort of stop us.
Should there be an NVD for each consignment of animals?
You should, yes, but sometimes you don't get the NVD for some reason. But yes, you should have that NVD with all your animals. Unless they're from the sale yard, then the NVD will get electronically transferred to your holdings with the tags.
How do you upload 5 animals, 4 of which have eID tags and 1 with a visual tag?
So if we go to our reader page and say we get this 5, but we're missing 1. So then we'll go back. So we'll put our 4 tags in, but our 5th tag, we have to visually read that. So then we can just add it manually to the list like that.
Similarly, how do you upload 5 animals, 4 with eID tags and 1 that doesn't?
Yeah. So it looked like that. And it's even telling me the tagging rate's at 80%. So
So you can still upload that 5 even though you've only got 4 with tags because you've got a mixture of both.
Yes. Yep.
So thank you so much, Billy, for showing us the NLIS Buddy app. I really appreciate your time. So
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.